20 and was superb in Hong Kong when Fiji won the title. And he was absolutely tremendous up at Scotstoun Stadium last week. And went to the same school as Waisali Serevi, so he learned a few things, hadn't he? And here we have the first referee from Argentina, Federico Anselmi. And remember, it's 7 minutes each way. Pitch looking absolutely superb.
It is.
So, it looks like they were waiting for the... waiting for a whistle.
Be a special place for them to play this weekend, Nigel, especially the likes of Spain. Here in Twickenham. The timekeeper says it has to be absolutely on the spot, and it will be Cesar Sempere to start. Spain versus Fiji then. Good restart kick, such an important element of the game. Nearly and should have been won by Spain, but immediately into the hands of Fiji. Well, they should find this a good warmer-upper. Quickly away by Lutumailangi. They have had instilled this season the watchword of attack. They've promised that they will attack from their own line to the opposition line all the time. Last week they had an epic semi-final against England and lost in extra time. England had a tremendous tournament and have great expectations here at home now. Fiji then, Lutumailangi, Joali Lutumailangi into the hands of Rakamate. There's only one really experienced player in their side, and that's the captain, the 33-year-old Setefan Thakau. Good turnover ball by Spain, set out by Leroux. Wrapped up, Vakandranu. Rather careless. And a knock-on advantage, no clear advantage. So Fiji get the put in. Yeah, Spain, unfortunate with their first touch of the ball there. They really, in order to cause any trouble for Fiji, they've got to hold on to the ball and starve the Fijians of possession. But you can see Fiji there implementing a hard press in their defence and putting pressure on the Spanish early on.
Well, they've had a bit of bad luck, Spain. They lost an injured player in Javier Carrion, and Pablo Feijoo, their captain, is resting early. He's not 100% fit either.
Call and stay, okay?
Okay, says Anselmi. Fiji, who won Hong Kong, won the opening tournament of the season in the Gold Coast. Talimbula offloads to Katonimbao. All of them can run them in. But Spain have learned a lot. Good closing down here. Wide out is Naikandawa. Well, that's a poor effort from Canosa. Naikandawa just with the push-off. Well, he didn't score in Glasgow, but opens his account here at Twickenham.
Certainly Spain probably going too high there, Nigel. You can't afford to go high on a big guy like this, but Fijians make it look simple, just playing with their opposition. Simple step inside and then put the gas on.
Well, he had a great start in the season when he got Fiji into the cup final and played superbly well, but then got injured and then was called back to Hong Kong, and Fiji won again, so he's got a good record. The 26-year-old from Naitasiri, Jimilai Naikandawa, the opening score, and it won't be their last in this encounter, I suggest. But for Spain, well, of course, their triumph has been in Hong Kong, where they qualified in the tournament as to who would be the 3 new core teams who will play all of next 10 tournaments. So absolute excitement for them. So they've achieved what they dreamed of. Turnover ball though, a bit careless again. Good closing down on Naikandawa, but they've got so many men who can run and break. Set up here, is offside. Advantage being played. Well, he could have played advantage, didn't bother. Katonimbao, almost a bit casual here. Katonimbao Nearly stepped out of the tackle.
Play advantage.
It's a bit like an early morning sort of warm-up, isn't it? They're not really quite as sharp as we expect Fiji to be.
No, they're slow to start, but they're really just cruising at the moment. They're in first gear, and you can see that in their play, but, you know, still causing Spain problems.
Well, a blatant mistake, and off goes Javier Canosa. They sit out with a yellow card for 2 minutes. Doesn't sound long, but it could be absolutely vital. 7 against 6, as if Fiji needed that advantage. 2 men overlap into the hands of Thakau, and the try easily scored in the end by Vakandranu.
It's usually hard enough playing against the Fijians with 7 men, Nigel, so for the Spanish to go down to 6 is tough, and you can see straight away how they've just created the overlap with the 1 man down, and it's just easy hands on the outside. Simple ball, and, you know, easy for the Fijians at the moment.
So, a second try, and interesting character, this 30-year-old who scored the try. Vakandranu made his debut for Fiji last week in Glasgow, and that's at the age of 30. His father was a star. In fact, way back in 1977, I saw him playing for Fiji against the British Lions, and that famous day in the history of Fijian rugby where Fiji beat the Lions, and his father, of this try scorer, was in that team.
They often have a lot of good stock and a lot of good pedigree.
Yes, it's in the genes, isn't it? Passed down, and of course it's the national sport of Fiji. And welcome all of those of you in those lovely South Sea Islands who will be watching it, I'm sure, gripped on your television. This early morning here, chill morning, and rest assured it'll be heaving and have a great atmosphere as the day grows on. Last minute of the first half, 12-0 to Fiji. This is Sempere, who's had a spell with Northampton Saints. Had a terrific tournament up in Glasgow. Sister also plays sevens for his country. Spain not in the Women's Challenge tournament, which we'll be seeing highlights of.
Line out. Okay, time off. Wait.
So the last few seconds.
Open the gap. Open the gap. Time on.
Bit of sort of half pace at the moment. Does happen. Breakfast wasn't long ago. Well, a careless throw over the top gives Spain some possession, and perhaps an overlap chance here, maybe, into the hands of Tudela. Matthias Tudela. Remember, these are amateur players, virtually all of them in Spain, and Tudela, we mentioned there, he's a firefighter. Needs a bit of firefighting here. Oh, it's a knock-on by Ignacio Martin.
It's okay, relax.
So a pretty unimpressive performance by Spain in that first 7, and Fiji not at their best. So at half-time, it's 12 points to 0.
Good call, I was in line, I suppose. Good call, but I decided, yeah.
It's, you know, Spain not quite out of the blocks and looking a little bit rusty at the moment.
Here their coach, Jose Ignacio Incausti, for Spain.
We need to wait for
Ahora hemos cometido un error aquí de ir, vale, no pasa nada, pero hay que hacerle fácil.
¿Qué está saliendo bien? La presión que le estamos dando en defensa. Se están aislando ellos solos. No saben qué
Well, Fiji, one of the champions who interrupted New Zealand's sequence of overall championship titles. That was back in 2006. They've won 18 tournaments in 46 finals.
Tercer hombre, el cuarto, va bien. Ayudarle a Perico, es el tercero, tiene problemas, más cerca. Vale, tío, estamos.
Last words here by Kousty. Remember, Fiji are the one side who could upset New Zealand.
They certainly haven't started with the form they had last week, but that's very Fijian-esque. They don't tend to waste any energy if they can help it, and they're in full control here at the moment. And it'll be interesting to see now if they can control this second half and get the victory to get them underway.
We are ready. Keeper. Time on.
Pitch in the wonderful condition here at Twickenham. And the sun after so much rain this week. What a pleasure. Spain.
Number 1, wide, move away.
Spain who will be involved in the tournament in Algarve in Portugal, 21st of July, for the qualifying competition for the World Cup. World Cup next year, by the way, the 7th, will be in Moscow. And Russia are here. This is Facundo Lavino. Most of their players based in Madrid, although Lavino had a spell playing in Ireland. This is him. Passes well. Sempere, also, as I mentioned, from Northampton. Well, best bit of play so far by Spain. And the ball still in hand. Away by Martin. This is the other Martin, Ignacio Martin. 7 metres out. Third time, stretching Fiji, waking them up, certainly for sure. There's an overlap here if they use it well. This is Sempere, he's going to go through. Good try. Good try. Well, he's scored every tournament game last week in Glasgow. And this 27-year-old Cesar Sempere, beautiful play, and that was Spain at their best.
It was nice to see them actually hold on to the ball and through there from the line out. Again, it's simple sevens. They've taken them to the width, the Fijians, and then come back the full width again. The Fijians are stretched, then looking tired. Good hands, good long pass in the middle then for Sempere to go over for the try. And again, not too much. They're just working the ball, making the ball do the work.
Well, one of the players who's had more tournaments than most in Spain, but of course they've only been an invitation, not regular performers. He actually played first 9 years ago in Cardiff in the sevens and has now scored 17 tries. Terrific try, and it's really very much a wake-up call for Fiji.
Well,
12-5, only the difference between them of a converted try. Good ball, nicely taken by Ignacio Martin. Now it's Tudela from Guipuscoa. Poor pass, but in the hands still of Carlos Blanco, university student in Vigo, and here's the break. Now then, if they turn right, they've got an overlap, and Fiji are being a bit slack here.
Willis White!
But as Ben Golling said earlier, they are quite slow to get into the move. Is that a knock-on? There's a penalty anyway for Spain.
They are. They've done well to slow the ball down there, Fiji. I mean, unlucky for the Spanish because they had them on the rack, but they really are being complacent in defence, the Fijians, and the Spanish are holding on to the ball well.
They're playing half-cock, aren't they, at the moment, the Fijians? Set up this time again by Spain, Pedro Martin, and again, stretching Fiji, and how well that worked last time. Ignacio Martin, oh, poor pass, it's pity there. Opportunity grounded.
Yeah, just unfortunate that. I'd like to have seen him get the ball in the hands. It was a great one-on-one opportunity, which is what you're always looking to try and create in this game.
2-on-4 wide.
It all started from the kickoff. Great, confident kickoff. Restart from the Spanish, and they've held on to the ball well, and they've got to do that in order to keep causing this team trouble.
Time on.
Here you go, here. Great, gets up in the air. It was a great little kick. little dink, we usually call them, enough just to get him onto the ball and take it, and it's so key in this game to win possession back.
Well, Fiji coach Ali Ferretti Dere has decided to just make changes. You've got 5 men on the bench, squad of 12, remember, 7 on the pitch, and you can have any 3 off the bench during a game. Now it's Lutumailangi. Terrific tackle, tremendous work by Spain there, and that was again Cesar Sempere. Did really well. And the ball went forward, so it will be Spain's put in, I think. Great tackle.
It's a great bit of defence, but just shows the Fijians, when they want to, they can turn it on and create something for nothing, and almost there. Just unfortunate the pass didn't go to hand.
Well, we look at the scoreline and it's 12-5. 3 times they've met before, Fiji against Spain, and it's always been 40 points or more against them. So it really is a big step up by Spain and a lowly performance by Fiji.
Often what you notice is the slight underdog usually in these early rounds. They know it's the opportunity to have their go at the slightly bigger team, and it's exactly what we're seeing out here now. And Fiji are quiet, we've spoken about them, but Spain are a tough team to play against, especially first game up.
Yeah, this is the best chance, as you say, for the underdogs against the big favourites. Away by Lavino again, and into the hands of Tadela and across their three-quarter line.
It's a more...
Well, Fiji can't be comfortable at the moment with just 1 minute 10 seconds to go. It's 12 points to 5. I mean, just a breakaway try and a level score. Well, what a shock that would be.
No, I mean, we often talk 21 points is usually a bit of a comfort barrier, and you know that equates to 3 tries, 3 conversions. Fiji at the moment, they're resting on their laurels a bit. They need that 3rd try before I think they can just sit back and relax and know this game's won.
Touch.
Well, Spain will regard this as a tremendous,
stay with, play on.
Tremendous success. Into the hands of Katonimbao. Well, they brought Lutumailangi, and there it is, finally. How often we've seen that. Isikele to Ainunu Varuna. And that gives them a bit of breathing space at last. Varuna there, who is a real speedster, and was a late call-up for Matawalu, who was disciplined and not allowed to come to Glasgow. So Varuna came along, and he's taken a very important score to give relief, if only to the management of the Fijian side.
Yeah, noticeable in this game, the Fijians implementing a certain tactic in their set-piece play, which is this loop around, the guy coming around, trying to create the overlap that way. But what we saw there, which was quite nice, is the wing then deciding the space wasn't there, cuts a good line back, running hard, and it's that support that's ever there for them to finish the tries.
Final score then, eventually, Fiji 19 points to 5. Well, all I can say is you won't really recognise Fiji when they're really playing at their best, but all credit to Spain. They gave them a game. Second half, they had a terrific effort, and I'm sure they must be delighted.